Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Bishra Shahzad. This is the continuity of previous lecture. Biosynthesis of nutritionally non-essential amino acids. Conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine by phenylalanine hydroxylase. Phenylalanine hydroxylase convert phenylalanine to tyrosine. Catalysis incorporates one atom of oxygen into the para position of phenylalanine and other atom reduces to water. Reducing power provided as tetrahydrobiopterin derives ultimately from NADPH. Here you can see two distinct enzymatic activities are involved. Activity 2 catalyzes reduction of hydrobiopterin by NADPH. The reduction is catalyzed by dihydrobiopterin reductase. Activity 1 the reduction of oxygen to water and of phenylalanine to tyrosine by the phenylalanine hydroxylase. This is the structure of tetrahydrobiopterin and this is the structure of dihydrobiopterin. As I have already told you that dihydrobiopterin is reduced by NADPH to tetrahydrobiopterin by dihydrobiopterin reductase. Hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. Hydroxylation of a proline and lysine. Hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine occur principally in collagen. Since there is no tRNA for either hydroxylated amino acid, neither dietary hydroxyproline nor dietary hydroxylysine is incorporated during protein synthesis. Peptidyl hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine arise from proline and lysine, but only after these amino acids have been incorporated into peptides. Hydroxylation of peptidyl prolyl and peptidyl lysyl residues catalyzed by prolyl hydroxylase and lysyl hydroxylase of skin, skeletal muscle and granulating wounds requires, in addition to the substrate, molecular oxygen, ascorbate, iron and alpha-ketoglutarate. For every mole of proline or lysine hydroxylated, 1 mole of alpha-ketoglutarate is decarboxylated to succinate. The hydroxylases are mixed function oxidases. One atom of oxygen is incorporated into proline or lysine, the other into succinate. A deficiency of the vitamin C required for these two hydroxylases results in scurvy, in which bleeding gums, swelling joints, and impaired wound healing results from the impaired stability of collagen. Selenocysteine. This is the structure of selenocysteine. Selenophosphate serve as selenium donor, is formed from ATP and selenate. This reaction is catalyzed by selenophosphate synthetase. Selenocysteine is the co-translationally produced amino acid, also called as 21st amino acid. Occurrence of selenocysteine in protein is uncommon. At least 25 human selenoproteins are known. Selenocysteine is present at the active site of several human enzymes that catalyze redox reactions. Examples include thioredoxin reductase, glutathione peroxidase, and deiodinase that converts thyroxine to triiodothyronine. Where present, selenocysteine participates in the catalytic mechanism of these enzymes. Significantly, the replacement of selenocysteine by cysteine can actually impair catalytic activity. Impairments in human selenoproteins have been implicated in tumorigenesis and atherosclerosis and are associated with selenium deficiency cardiomyopathy. This disease is called the Cachan disease. Biosynthesis of selenocysteine requires cysteine, selenate, ATP, specific tRNA which is called the tRNA selenocysteine, and several enzymes. Serine provides the carbon skeleton of selenocysteine. I repeat it again, this is the very important point. Serine provides the carbon skeleton of selenocysteine. Selenophosphate serve as the selenium donor. Selenophosphate is formed from ATP and selenate. The UGA anticodon of the unusual tRNA called tRNA selenocysteine normally signals stop. The ability of the protein synthetic apparatus to identify a selenocysteine specific UGA codon involves the selenocysteine insertion element, a stem loop structure in the untranslated region of the mRNA. tRNA selenocysteine is first charged with serine by the ligase that charges tRNA serine. Subsequent replacement of the serine oxygen by selenium involves selenophosphate formed by selenophosphate synthetase. Successive enzyme catalyzed reactions convert cysteine tRNA selenocysteine to aminoacrylate tRNA selenocysteine and then to selenocystyl tRNA selenocysteine. In the presence of a specific elongation factor that recognizes selenocystyl tRNA selenocysteine. Selenocysteine can then be incorporated into proteins. The sources of lecture is Harper and Lippincott. Thank you very much.